Net metering is a billing arrangement with the utility that offers credits against your electric bill when your solar system overproduces and exports the excess electricity to the grid. It's an often misunderstood concept, so Melink Solar has built this animation to show you how it works. Before diving in, remember these core concepts as they relate to net metering. Net metering arrangements vary by state and utility. It's important to read the fine print and work with a reputable company like Melink Solar who can properly analyze utility bills. Generally, the utility should charge only for the net kilowatt hours used within a billing period. So, even though your electric meter will roll forward and backward as the building takes from or exports electricity to the grid throughout the billing period, you only need to consider the net kilowatt hours at the end of the billing period. If more electricity is generated by solar than is consumed over a billing period, then the utility typically will roll over the credits to the next billing period. Let's take a look at a sample building and its solar system interacting with the grid. First, we will view this over a period of 3 days. We start on a sunny Sunday when the workforce is at home and the building's electricity usage is low. Here the solar system is overproducing, sending the excess electricity to the grid and banking credits to offset future electricity costs when the building draws electricity from the grid. We move into a cloudy Monday when the system is not producing as much electricity and the building needs to pull from the grid. There's a small window when the sun peaks out and the system produces more electricity than the building is using, sending the excess electricity to the grid and offsetting costs. Tuesday's also a cloudy day, both a longer period of sun, allowing the system to overproduce and earn credits where it exports electricity to the grid. Now let's take a look at how this works over a month-long billing period. Here we see the building's electricity usage over the course of a month without solar. We're showing you January. The meter reading at the beginning of the billing period is 100 kilowatt hours, and at the end of the billing period, it is 200 kilowatt hours. The utility bill will charge for the net amount used in the month. In this case, that's 100 kilowatt hours. Let's take a look at the same building in the same month, but this time with a solar system to show the impact that solar has on the electricity bill. The initial meter reading is still 100 kilowatt hours, but with solar, the building is not using as much electricity from the grid and is partially offsetting the costs by exporting excess electricity to the grid. The meter reading at the end of the month with solar is only 150 kilowatt hours, or a net of 50 kilowatt hours, because throughout the month, the building will use electricity produced by the solar system instead of grid electricity when it can, and when the solar system overproduces, the excess electricity is exported to the grid, effectively rolling the electric meter backwards. Now, let's see what happens in a higher solar production month like July. Here we see the net kilowatt hours go down because in the summer months, conditions allow for a solar system to regularly overproduce and export excess electricity to the grid. In a case like this, when the system produces more electricity than it uses in a month, exporting the excess and causing the net kilowatt hours at the end of the billing period to be negative, then the utility will typically roll these credits over to future months to offset electricity costs when the solar system is not producing as much electricity.